Assalamualaikum, my name is Zaid Shafi. Now me and my group, which is group 5, are going to present about the assessment in human resource management. First and foremost, I would like to present about the definition. An industrial dispute is defined as a conflict or a difference in opinion between management and workers. Regarding employment, it is a disagreement between an employer and employees representative, i.e. trade union. The issue of the disagreement is usually paid or other working conditions. During an industrial dispute, both parties try to pressurize each other to agree to their terms and conditions. The industrial unrest manifests itself as strike, lockouts, picketing, jarrows, and indiscipline.
Hi, so my name is Muhammad Alif Irfan. Now I'm going to present about procedure solving. Number 1 is direct negotiation, which is technique process at the beginning. And number 2, conciliation, process whereby the Department of Industrial Relations. And number 3, mediation, process of assisted negotiations. And lastly is arbitration, settlement of a dispute.
Now we're going to talk about direct negotiation, a process technique. Direct negotiation is a dispute resolution technique process at the beginning. The parties may or may not be assisted by the professional neutral who is trained at facilitating communication to achieve a resolution. The parties collectively retain complete control over the process and its outcome. Together, the parties specify the ground rule and schedule, select the professional neutral, and establish procedure for when and how they communicate, listen, and respond. For this also, it's an advantage and disadvantage. Flexibility, since negotiation is an informal process, it's a relatively flexible, quick resolution as compared to litigations. It facilitates in maintaining a healthy relationship between the disputing parties, taking place in a private environment. For disadvantage, the parties to the dispute may not come to settlement. Lack of legal protection of the parties to the conflict, imbalance of power between the parties is possible in negotiation.
Hi, my name Muhammad Karano bin Daud, metric number 23 DBS 90F 2050. Okay, I want to talk about conciliation. Process whereby the Department of Industry Relations help to settle dispute between employer and employees. Next, if we come to the attention of the Director General, there is dispute easy and is unlikely to be settled by direct negotiation between the two parties. He can require the employer and the union to attend a conciliation meeting. And the next one is an officer of the department will be assigned to meet disputing parties. After discussion, the officer will make suggestion. The last one is the conciliator has no authority to settle any dispute.
Advantage and disadvantage for conciliation. Flexibility for advantage, since the conciliation process is informal, it is flexible. Next, the conciliation is often an expert in dispute field. Next, conciliation proceeding, like any other form of ADR, is economical as compared to litigation. And the last is for advantage is the party to the dispute have the liberty to approach the court of law if unsatisfied with the proceeding. Next is for disadvantage. The process is not binding the party to the dispute. Next, there is no avenue of appeal. And the last is the parties may not achieve a settlement to their conflict.
Okay, mediation. Mediation is defined as a process of assisted negotiations and its key qualities are described. This is a good primer for those contemplating mediation. A third party neutral who opens communication and facilitates the negotiation process. This process may or may not include legal counsel at the parties' discretion, but is not binding process unless the parties reach an agreement.
Hello, my name is Fakri Haziq bin Baharudin and my metric number is 23DBS19F1051. I want to talk about mediation advantage and disadvantage. For the advantage, first one is parties have complete control over the settlement. For the second one, less stress as compared to litigation and arbitration. The relationship between the parties is not overly damaged. Mediation proceedings are confidential. For the last one, the process resolve the dispute quickly. For disadvantage, since the decision is at the discretion of the parties, there is the possibility that a settlement between the parties may not arise. It lacks the support of any judicial authority in this conduct. The absence of formality mediation proceedings are lacking in any procedural formalities since they are not based on any legal principle. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. My name is Nur Azli Aina binti Azli, who holds the metric card number 23DBS19F2020. So, I'm going to tell about the arbitration. The arbitration has three. The first one is arbitration is a settlement of a dispute between employees and host employees by a neutral third party, which is under the IR Act. Second, the industrial court is empowered to settle trade dispute. And the last one is court awards are binding and cannot be appealed except on question of law. That's all for arbitration.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Afizan Tasha binti Muhammad Arshad, metric number 23DBS 19F2046. So now I will tell you about the advantages and disadvantages of arbitration. The first advantage of arbitration is flexibility. Arbitration proceedings are flexible and more economically feasible compared to litigation. Second advantage is time-consuming. Arbitration proceedings occur at an expeditious rate as compared to litigation. Therefore, it saves time for both parties. Third advantage is confidentiality. The disputes which are subject to arbitration are treated with privacy and not released to the public. Okay, move to the disadvantages. The first disadvantages is arbitration is mandatory as per the contract between the parties. Then their right to approach the court is waived. The second is there is a very limited avenue for appeals. Third is arbitration does not provide for the grant of interlocutory application. And the last one is arbitration awards are not directly enforceable. They are executable subject to judicial sanction. That's all from me, so I will pass to the next person.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Muhammad Alif Irfan. Now I'm gonna present about the conclusion for Group 5 and this team. So the conclusion is, as previously discussed, the various modes of alternative dispute resolution, or we call it is ADR system, has shared many similarities and differences. These methods offer a variety of techniques that can assist a disputing party in reaching an amicable resolution. These modes of dispute resolutions are now widely accepted and used in a wide range of dispute situations. And yes, that's all from us from Group 5. We hope our video is very clear and also can be accepted by Miss Wan Atika, that is our lecturer. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. That's all from us.